Breaking news, my wonderful people. You will be surprised and shocked as bandit negotiator, the one who negotiates between the government and the bandits, collect the millions of naira and what have you, recently negotiated with Zamfara state governor. Apparently, this guy, is the one who does these transactions and he negotiates for bandits, okay? And guess what? Nigerian government will not hold to account or credibility those who are committing all forms of crimes and atrocities. They walk free. Why petty thieves? By the way, we're not celebrating and saying they should carry on with those activities, are the ones being held, okay, for every little mistake. Some of them could have been rehabilitated, but guess what? They are in Koji Correction Center, Kirikiri, and the rest all across the country. Whether you like it or not, things are not looking good at all. The bandit negotiator, who Nigerian government refused to hold accountable, is now being arrested in Egypt, and he is talking. This is why they have refused to ensure that, our very own brother, Abba Kyari, goes to the US. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Breaking news. Bandit negotiator Tackle MAMU allegedly arrested in Egypt. Halaji Tackle MAMU, who was negotiating between bandits and the families of abducted passengers of the Abuja-Kaduna train, has been reportedly arrested in Cairo, the capital of Egypt. So this is what is happening right now. According to Daily Trust, Tackle MAMU was arrested alongside his family members on his way to Sudan to Saudi Arabia for Lays Hijab. He was detained at the Cairo International Airport for 24 hours and is being repatriated to Nigeria, and Nigerian government has been asked to interrogate him, as some confessions are quite shocking, but they will leave him to his country. This is what is happening. His family were allowed to pass, but they told, will have to answer some questions. He was detained, he was detained and asked questions. He was asked questions, and my dear, you cannot begin to imagine some of the things that are going on. Everyone is watching. Nigerian government go ahead and play this game. Okay, Nigerian government are playing this game, and all they're doing and working at right now is to ensure that, okay, they are working at things that will suit them, okay, that will suit them, that will, give them the edge. And they forget that these are real people. So that means he knows exactly where these people are. He knows who they are. He knows everything coming out from them and with them. And guess what? He continues to do what he does. It is what it is. And it is important that everybody, every one of us, begin to stand for what is right and true. Okay, we need to stand for what is right and true. This is the man, he walks free. So how did he know the negotiators? Just imagine that whatever this nonsense going on in Nigeria is actually happening in a place like the US, in the UK. Don't you think that all the bandits would have been rounded up? If really, truly, sincerely speaking, our government does not have a hand in this, all these people would have been apprehended by now. But because somebody somewhere is benefiting greatly from the atrocities and the evil going on in the society, nobody wants to stand on the side of truth and say enough is enough. So these are the people meddling into the affairs of the nation and doing things that profit and benefit them and leaving people to themselves. If things are going to get better, if we are going to have this nation being changed and transformed, every one of us have got a duty. Why we are speaking at this, why all these things is going on, why all these things is happening, guess what? Some persons are having a free pass. Some persons are having a free pass. Okay? Some persons are having a free pass. So this is what is happening. This is what is going on. This is what is happening, my people. This is what is going on. It is what it is. You'll be shocked and surprised that sadly Nigerian government to a large extent is in on this, allowing these things to happen right before our very own eyes. It's a shame if you ask me. Honestly, it's a big, huge shame. He was not caught in Nigeria because Buhari's government, they would do nothing to him. I'll tell you what happened in one of the states, in the northern state. I don't want to be very specific, but you can relate. So someone in one of the communities in that very state, northern state, I'll just leave it at that. They came up with the vigilante and they said, you know what? Let's defend our people. Enough of this brutality and nonsense. These people are no more powerful than us. Why are they having this advantage over us? Let's bring this nonsense to a stop. Let's protect our vicinity. And so they went ahead. Every locally made arms and whatever they could put together to ensure that they protect their people and they can go back to their farms and they can live their life, return life back to normal and look after themselves. Machineries they put in place. Somehow this thing got to the governor. Like I said, I don't want to mention the name of the governor. And guess what the governor did? He came himself. He's an APC governor, by the way. So do your research. He came himself to that very local government, to that very community, met with the local government chairman, with the chief head of that area. And guess what? Did all that. Okay? Did all that. And guess what? Called the people and had a meeting. And says he has heard of their vigilante work that they have started. And then initially talked to them as though he was with them. Got everything really ready and said, yes, but again, I don't think you should take laws into your hands. I think it's about time you surrender your arms. The military, don't worry, the government is at it. And they will give protection to lives and property. But the people reluctantly, the government came with all kinds of military personnel. So of course, the governors does not go empty-handed, go with an entourage. The people surrendered from their local chief, their heads and everybody. You know, they all laid it all down. And at the end of the day, 4 days later, somebody say 4 days later, they descended on them like rain on a thirsty ground. And over 300 people, the bandits came. They came with motorcycles like they would usually come, and they came in, plunging into the area. And guess what? They came into that vicinity, and 4 days later, over 300 people were butchered. Were brutalized after they've taken away their arms. How did they get? So there's an informant within the ranks, within the people. Welcome to Nigeria. Leave us a comment. Bye for now.